And then the last price signal, Bitcoin. It's been incredibly stable after the FTX related fall off last year. And by many of our metrics, and we will be putting out the Bitcoin Monthly early next week, by many of our metrics, there is outright capitulation all over the place.
In this video, Cathie Wood, the CEO of ARK Invest, a massive crypto bull in this space, well known for her prediction of Bitcoin reaching heights of $500,000 within the next 5 years, is going to recap 2022 and some mistakes made by investors, as well as when the bottom of the crypto market will be in.
David Puel, who is our on-chain analytics expert, has a lot of capitulation metrics, and I think every one of them is where it has always bottomed before a turn. Now, we do have the digital currency group drama around Genesis, so we're watching that, and that probably, my guess would be the last shoe to drop if it drops, if they're unable to find their way out of this liquidity crisis. But in the face of that uncertainty, it is very interesting to see the Bitcoin price, for example, more stable in the last quarter than equities and bonds. And I think the other thing to note from bonds, if you adjust bonds for inflation, we have never seen a bigger rout. You have to go back to the 1700s to see a bigger rout than we've just been through. Okay, on to innovation, which is what ARK is all about. And we wanted to share some of the facts and figures having to do with 2022. So not even forward looking. We are looking at last year. And we'll start with crypto then. We did get, throughout the year, incredible turmoil around Luna, Terra, Celsius, 3AC, FTX, and so forth, and a really big black eye. But if you look at what caused the black eye, it was not Bitcoin or Ethereum. Those blockchains didn't skip a beat, didn't miss one transaction. And what we saw were the centralized entities touching crypto, FTX, 3AC, Celsius, other hedge funds, imploding. Why? They're centralized, not transparent, and there's no liquidity in them. Whereas if you look at what happened on Ethereum, the smart contracts, as trouble was looming, smart contract related margin calls, they were satisfied. Boom, boom, boom. No questions asked, no legal haggles. It just worked. And I think that will be the lesson coming out of this. And it is very interesting to note that Sam Bankman-Fried didn't like Bitcoin. And he didn't like it, I may have said this last month, he didn't like it because it's decentralized, fully transparent, and he couldn't control it. He considered himself the master of the crypto universe, which, of course, the market has disabused him and others of. One of the reasons I wanted to feature some things that have happened around innovation last year is because investors aren't taking note. And it is pretty astonishing. If we were in a bull market for growth stocks, innovation portfolios would be soaring on the type of news that I'm about to give you.
So there you have it. Cathie Wood wants us to take away that we should stay away from centralization and focus on crypto assets that are not controlled by a single entity, and investors are not taking notes. So if you want a leg up in this market, make sure that you're taking notes and learning from your mistakes and not following the same path again and again and again. Cathie Wood also points out that the bottom may not potentially be in quite yet. There could potentially be one last shakeout from DCG and Genesis. So make sure you're paying attention to that whole situation to see if they can gather the required liquidity to get themselves out of this crisis. Notice how Cathie Wood drops some subtle hints for some coins or cryptos that you guys should be looking at. She mentions nothing but positive news for Bitcoin and Ethereum, mentioning that they did not skip a beat through all this FTX, Terra Luna, all this other drama going on in the crypto space, all these collapses, and they did not skip a beat. So if you're looking to pick up some crypto, you may want to be looking at some Bitcoin, and you may be wanting to look at Ethereum, because Cathie Wood for sure is extremely bullish on both those two cryptos. If you guys like this content, make sure you guys smash that subscribe button, because this is going to be your one-stop shop for anything and everything crypto and how to make money.